Howdy. What does thou want? Spacious house thou got thyself here. I like it. I don't need anything from thou. No, thou doesn't. So, thou alone? Salutations, everyone. I am Amari, the eternally bitter, and welcome to No, I'm Not Human. Oh, sorry, I'm not a human, my bad. Ah, look at this. Beautiful day. Actually, we just got back from our trip. Aren't thou tired of staying at home? Yeah, I remember. We went to the beach. But it was way too hot yesterday. Yeah, we're getting her ready for school. She doesn't want to go, but what can you do, right? I don't remember this being in the demo. Alright, I'll drop by later tonight. Okay, talk to that later. Bye. Well, hello? What's this power stuff? I think my house has seen better days. The dyslexia is real. Shut up! Hey, neighbor. Long time no see. How's life? Same as it ever was. So let me level with thou. I came over for a reason. I've been getting a little worried about you. Something real bad seems to be heading our way. I just got off the phone with my cousin. She told me the news is saying something weird is going on with our son. And that there are people coming up from underground. They're calling them visitors, for whatever reason. Creepy stuff, huh? Nah, I sure hope it's not true. What's happening with the sun? Either it's going to explode or something's going to explode on it. Not totally sure. All I know is something's wrong with it. I'm sure thou noticed this summer's been the hottest one ever, right? I think we need to prepare ourselves for the worst. Yay, global warming! I love inheriting the earth of uncaring predecessors. My cousin told me that being home alone is dangerous. So I came over to make sure thou don't end up hurt, or worse. How are thy wife and daughter holding up? Don't worry about my family. A good friend of mine is staying with us right now. He's looking after them while I'm here. Great. Let's continue this conversation in the morning then. I'll see thou in the kitchen when thou wakes up. See thou in the morning. Okay. Looks like no one else is coming tonight. What does this do? I guess I'll never know. Oh yeah, I remember Bubba telling me that I need to check the windows. A few drunkards lay sprawled out on the street. They're lying on the cold, hard ground and appear to be fast asleep. Things are good for them right now. A skinny dog is standing on the footpath that runs through this field. Thy neighbor's house stands alone in the hayfield. There's no light in the windows. Looks like the family's asleep. I guess I go eepee now. Eepee! Oh my god, his eyes. Breaking news. At 6:28 a.m. today, there was a powerful emission of energy from the sun. This burst of energy was far larger than scientists had predicted. As a result, temperatures outside have reached critical levels. The government has since declared a state of emergency. We ask that the viewers refrain from going outside during the day. Up next, something lighter. I've been told by Bubba... Nope, I don't look that way. Not anymore. I hate sleeping by the nightstand. Too many bad memories. Okay, we have trauma. I was told by Bubba that I can keep watching the TV for extra clues and stuff. Thou sees ballerinas dancing gracefully across the stage in strong but delicate leaps. Despite the elegance, the dance evokes anxious thoughts. If only someone could just explain what's going on. Okay. So I need a sentence and it looks like I'm being timed. Bruh, how am I supposed to find this? Oh, wait. Can thou describe what thou art seeing? Is there a fire? No, it's the sun. They're burning up in the sun. Do not leave the house until dark. No, that guy haunts the street at night. The pale one. He's not human. Couldn't I adjust the volume? Never mind. Okay. Oh my god, okay, it's over. I wanted to turn it down, instead I just whoop. Look at this mischievous little fella. Look at that mischievous little fella. Ooh. Nice place. Yes. Very nice place. Okay, I'll get to that in just a moment. I don't like that. Uh-huh. Oh. Can I find out what this does? It comes all the way over here and then goes in the roof. Beer day! Alright, let's go talk to him. Damn, so it's all true after all. Well then. Everything I said makes sense. Don't go outside during the day, and thou hast to remember to let other people in. Why would I let strangers into my house? I know thou prefers to keep thy distance from people, but thou hast to. My cousin doesn't know for sure why we can't just bunker down out by ourselves. But she mentioned that if anyone comes and asks if thou are alone, say no and tell them someone's in the house with thou. Why do I need to have other people with me? The people thou let inside might bring something useful, or share some interesting information. Just don't forget to test them for signs of being a visitor. Thou won't have much energy during the day with this heat. Thanks for the head pats. So choose who thou wants to test carefully. Thou will have to take a real close look. It's strenuous and draining work. But don't worry about chatting with people. That won't take up any energy. So talk as much as thou likes. And be sure to look out thy windows. TV's great and all, but there's no better source of info than thy own two eyes. Then what? I'm afraid all we can do is try to survive. And hope this nightmare ends soon. I'm sure the government will help us somehow. Maybe they'll lead everyone to shelter or something like that. If they do, stick together with me and my family. Alright. That's it from me. I feel like the government is going to do anything but help us. That's all I'm saying. Oh, right, I almost forgot. I'm heading back home tomorrow night. Write down my number. They just set up the line over there. 454545. We'll keep in touch on the phone. Okay, now that's really it. Crack a beer and get some sleep. Cracking open a cold one with the boys. World's gone to shit, but a cold beer still hits hard, right? Good night. I'm sleepy. Why is my mouse sensitivity so high at nighttime? Oh, I should, yeah, I'm getting there. Shut up. In the distance, thou spies a house, the house of thy neighbor, who's currently visiting thou. Light blazes through the windows, and it seems like his family is waiting for him to come back home. You see a few teenagers hanging out in the yard. They're sitting around without a care in the world, chatting about something. They pay thou no mind. Alright. There's a deathly silence outside. There's no one there. Even the drunks have decided not to go out. Are they afraid of something? Yes. The visitors. Okay, I'm here. Hi. Is my daddy here? Can thou get him for me? I was okay before, but I'm really scared now. There are lots of strange people out here tonight. Tell me something about thy dad. I know a lot about him. He's my daddy after all. I know that he likes to drink a little beer before he goes out. God, that's an ugly child. Ugh. Hideous. In an innocent way, but still ugly. Okay, what now? Oh, I was gonna exit, but okay. Bro is so tall. I was taking shelter at a bar down the road, but they kicked me out just like that. Why? I guess not everyone found my personality particularly palatable. But I don't mean anyone any harm, don't worry. Life is shitty sometimes. So what does thou say, my good man? Can I come in? Chat, do we let this guy in? What Amari sees when we talk? Shut the fuck up. I'm so tempted to turn this guy away now because thou said that. Why'd they kick thou out? I considered saying something rude just now, but thought better of it. I told you already. Someone there didn't like me. God knows who it was. Now that I think about it, maybe it's a good thing they tossed me out. They could have eaten me alive back there, and no one would have fucking noticed. Go away. Understood. I understand your reasoning, but it still pisses me off. Thou art just as cowardly as everyone else in this town. Sleep well, my good man, and fuck thou. Sorry. What can I say? Can't have chat bullying me like that. Sorry to bother thou so late. It was just so hot out today, and the TV said we shouldn't go out in the sun, so... Could thou maybe, find some space for me? Who are thou? I live near the city. The asphalt's over there is heating up pretty bad, as thou can imagine. I actually worked the register at a local store. At one point, I mean. I don't know anymore. They, fired me. I've always had bad luck with work. What will thou do now? Try to survive somehow? It's freaky out here with these visitors everywhere, and the sun roasting everything. But I'd like to live. Aren't thou scared? Tell me how to be over soon, please. Come on in. I have a soft spot for damaged people. Thanks. Thanks so much. Seriously. Now I get to live a little longer, thank God. Okay, is that everyone? Aha! Bearded lady. Enough. Stop fidgeting and stand still. Hello? Could thou help us, please? What happened? I'm exhausted. I just want a place to sleep. I had 5 kids. Now this is the only one that's left. My husband disappeared too. I don't know if he's dead or abandoned us, but now I just want to lie down and pass out for a few days. Where'd the other kids go? I don't know. Maybe their father took them? I want to go to his house, but I just don't have the strength anymore. Sure, we fought a lot, but it's not hard when you live with someone who acts like a complete asshole. Oh my god, yeah, that is an ugly child. What the hell is that? Olive says hi. Tell Oliver he's a fat ass. Chat, do we let them in? Type 1 if we let them in. 02, okay. Goodbye. EP time. Good afternoon. Here's today's news. The sun's activity rises steadily as crime levels also reach a new high. According to recent data, the number of murders over the last few nights has surpassed average figures. Experts suspect this is related to society's ever-growing anxiety surrounding the visitors. And now, over to... just a moment. Our studio has just received an urgent transmission regarding contact with the phenomenon we are calling the visitors. Eyewitness accounts describe them as creatures that can imitate the appearance and behavior of humans. Avoid contact at all costs. In any case, a visitor was able to be identified with one telltale sign. Perfect white teeth. Oh my god, that fucking face. Our early reports seem to pick this up. Sources say they encountered an unhoused person with perfect white teeth, who later turned out to be a visitor. That's all for now. Stay calm and don't leave the house during the day. Up next, more weather updates. But first, a message from our sponsors. Buying groceries used to mean trudging down to the store. But with Forest, thou can get everything thou needs by picking up the phone. Just call 799-289 and thy groceries will be at thy door within a day. Forest, delicious relaxation right at home. So yeah, I checked this because that's what... Whoa, what is that? Anyway, I checked this because that's what Bubba told me. Good afternoon. Here's the weather forecast. A warm front is pushing into our region, bringing with it heat that will likely break all previous records. Meteorologists tell us to expect even higher temperatures over the coming week. With the sun's increased activities, we can also expect stronger UV rays. For your safety, please abstain from sunbathing, as high temperatures could also significantly increase the risk of sunstroke. Bro's got a nose almost as big as Amari's attitude. I'm going to flay thee. It's not known for certain at this stage whether being in the sun alone can negatively affect our health. But to prevent third-degree burns, please refrain from venturing outside. Unfortunately, sunscreen of all factors will no longer protect you. That's the latest for now. And is that it? Okay, that is. I need to check myself. Why am I checking myself? Why am I checking myself? Ugh! Shit. White. Smokers would kill for these. Oh. Oh. Oh, no, I don't like that. I'm calling friend. Hey, neighbor. Good to hear from thou. So, thou let a couple people in yet? If not, then thou really should start thinking about it. Got any questions? Hello? Thou hath reached Forest Food Delivery. Would thou like to place an order? 2 cans of Energica, please. Thanks. Thy order has been accepted. Please expect thy delivery tomorrow night. I got 1 energy. Let's talk. I hope this all ends soon. How did thou lose thy house? Ah, I remember it like it was yesterday. I had just gotten fired. All I wanted was to go home, climb into bed, and cry my eyes out. But when I got there, I saw a bunch of boots. I thought maybe my roommate had had some friends over or something. So I went up to her room to find out what she was up to. But as I got closer, I started hearing a strange sound. It kind of freaked me out, but I decided to take a quick peek, quiet-like, and see what was going on in there. I was only able to catch a brief glimpse of my roommate lying motionless on the bed when suddenly some grubby guy grabbed me from behind and said, "Thou can't go in there, she's not well. Come have a seat in the kitchen." And then he quickly pulled me away and sat me down at the table. I wanted to leave, but I was paralyzed by the fear. Then I need to lie down. My stomach is doing somersaults.
Nope, get back up.
I hope this all ends soon.
We're gonna test thou.
What does thou want to check?
Teeth.
Wait, thou were gonna make a decision based on my teeth? Okay. I had my teeth fixed. Though, if I'm honest, I can't really remember being at the dentist. Was I even there? God, I'm so nervous. I can't even remember if I ate yesterday. Perfectly white. Suspicious. So, do I fit the description?
It's too soon.
It's too soon, chat. I can't tell. Now we eat.
Be there in a moment.
Thou sees thy neighbor and his daughter through the window. They're playing happily, trying to forget about the ongoing horrors. If only for a moment. The bodies of teenagers are lying on the ground. Someone killed them. It appears to have happened recently. The blood still hasn't dried.
One of them looks like he's just straight up in half.
Yeah. I'm getting to the door in a second. Have some fucking patience.
Ugh!
A man, as pale as death itself, is standing on the footpath. There are strange folds on his skin. It's as though his flesh is the wrong size for his body. Thou can't see his eyes from here, but thou can feel his gaze boring into thou. Thou suddenly feels a sense of deep fear and pray that the terrifying visitor passes by thy house.
Don't like that. Don't like that.
Aye, for rest delivery here.
Didn't think deliveries were still running. You know, I didn't expect people to skip stocking up before the end of the world. Apocalypse or not, guess folks still gotta eat lunch. Deliveries might pay pretty well right now, but the risk is huge, no matter how that slices it. But this damn sun, they moved us to night shifts because of it. Now people order 20 liters of water at a time. I wish we got hazard pay or tips for lugging this heavy stuff around. Anyway, sorry, I got sidetracked. Ready to accept the delivery? Yeah, give it here. Received 2 Erna Jekka. Have a good day. Night. Still not used to that. Yippee! Achievement! Hello? The heat doesn't bother me. I'm just looking for a quiet place to rest. Might I find some peace in your home? Who are thou? It doesn't matter anymore. Are thou wondering if I'm a visitor? I'm not, but I do have a request. I'll ask thou later. I'm not sure I can trust thou yet. The heat doesn't bother thou. I'm always cold. Others burn in the sun. I wrap myself up in layers and still feel on the verge of freezing. I'm afraid to take any layers off. What if it just gets worse and there's no death to ease my suffering? Interesting.
Thank you. Ceiling is a bit low, but it's fine. Wow. Judgmental much? She talking weird? She is, but she's freeze. Oh. There. Much better. Oh, howdy. My lovely wife and I are looking for a safe place to weather the storm. Would thou mind if we crashed here for a bit? Only if it's no trouble, of course. What if thou were trouble? Well, I guess I could go looking for shelter elsewhere. My old lady's exhausted though. She needs a little rest. Can we stay for just a little while? If it's not too much to ask, I mean. Can thy wife speak for herself? Of course she can. Honey, will thou say something? She's just really tired, I'm sorry. But maybe we can all talk together another day. If we ever meet again, of course. Right, darling? Oh, forgive me. I shouldn't be pushing that like this. Chat, I don't like him. He seems like a greasy man. I say we let them in on the account that the wife could be innocent. Oh, thanks. Why are you just standing there? Come on, honey. The nice man's invited us in. She's just feeling a bit shy, that's all. Right, sweetie? We'll get thou rested up and back to the normal self soon. Hello there, human. How lucky we are to witness humanity's final judgment with our own eyes. The earth is being cleansed of sin. The sun is doing its holy work. We are on the path to our pure new world. Behold the fucking beams of blessing. What? Are thou still confused, human? Here, I'll break it down for thou in simple terms. The sun does not burn and broil us alive without purpose. It is cleansing us of our sins. Our lust, our greed has polluted this world, and it has angered the sun. This is our reckoning. And it is a blessing. All sin will end, and we shall live as righteous fucking ashes under its gaze. So, we have to die. Quite the contrary. Our sins will be purged. The sun itself may even cease to be, but we shall live on. There will be no more death, no theft, no greedy fucks who refuse to sell me what I want for a fair price. Can thou imagine it? Does thou see why all of this is happening? I don't like this Reddit moderator. I feel we should turn them away. Yeah, I'm gonna turn them away. Are thou a complete imbecile? Thou art shooing away a righteous and just man. Behold, cat food. Let me in, and I shall bestow upon thee the generous reward straight from the holy sun itself. Well, if he's gonna pay me... Okay. Very good, human. We can keep discussing this in depth. Oh, before I forget to ask, does thou have any beer? Oh, of course. Accept a bribe, shameless. That's the achievement? What can I say? The apocalypse does things to people. Okay, I think that's everyone. Looks like no one else is coming tonight. Hello? Nope. Goodbye. Honkshu. Honkshu. Good afternoon. Here's the news. The anomalous heat is continuing to rise, and the invasion of the visitors has shown no sign of slowing down. As such, the government has founded a new organization to address the emerging situation. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, abbreviated as FEMA. FEMA employees can be identified with their yellow hazmat suits and gas masks. Merely days since their founding, the new agency has already discovered a new way to identify visitors. Dirt under the fingernails. Specialists say that the sign helps identify visitors who have crawled out from the ground. That's all for now. Stay calm and don't leave the house during the day. Next up, a crisis report regarding the Pale Maniac. But first, some ads. Turmoil, terror, and suffering. And all because of the visitors. But in our hour of need, just as our cries were being left unanswered, FEMA has come to our aid. These brave heroes from the Federal Emergency Management Agency are protecting us from the visitor invasion. So far, the agency has identified over 27,000 dangerous anomalies. Remember, thou can help the agency by informing them about any suspicious activity around thou. To do so, just hand suspects a notice slip to have them visit FEMA. And if thou ever starts to wonder whether thou might be a visitor, call our hotline on 000-451. Help us help thou. Support FEMA and join the fight against the visitors. Reports say a pale maniac has appeared on the streets of the city. From various testimonies, police have learned that his victims... How dare thou pipe me in the middle of a sentence? Oh boy, are thou in for a treat, Inspect the weird couple. I shall. Where was I? Police have learned that his victims all had one thing in common. They were alone. Additionally, the maniac likes to talk to the victim before committing their vicious murder. Police have assembled a sketch of the killer from eyewitness accounts. The suspect is a very pale, middle-aged man with black hair. He is of a slender build and wears a single pair of pants. Further reports have added that he sometimes also wears the skin of a different person. This information has not been confirmed. If thou sees this man, do not open thy door. Do not tell him thou are alone. That's all for now. Oh, hello. Who's that? If only there was a little warmth. Thou were keeping the jacket on? Yes. There's one thought that frightens me. What happens if I take it off? I can't get warm, even in the heat. If I remove the jacket, will I die from the cold? Or worse, remain alive and feel even colder? So thou doesn't shower? I'm not going to answer that question, so sorry. Rip. Come on, baby, don't pout. Why are thou guys out? Why are thou on the streets? Oh, we were on our way visiting my darling wife's mother. Realized just in time that we weren't going to make it on our own, and, well, stumbled upon that place. Thanks again for letting us stay, by the way. I need to test thou. Oh, yes, of course. Just please don't trouble my darling wife. She's exhausted. Show me the teeth. To protect the ones thou loves, sometimes thou gotta sink thy teeth into life. Ugh, I hate that sound. Ads? Oh shit, hang on. Ads are over. Alright, back to the game. Thou understands how tough things are out there. My teeth aren't perfect, but it is what it is. They tease me about them in school too. And where are those bullies now? Probably rotting in some alleyway, beaten to death by the kind of monsters they once were. Come on, baby, don't pout. Yep, let me see them hands. Yip-a-doodle. My wife and I keep it clean, don't we, honey? Ah, but the bruises. He's been punching something. Or someone. Honestly, even in times like these, it's mighty weird not to take care of the self. If I get sick, who'll keep my honey bun safe? Nobody. Maybe that's why the visitors are what they are. They don't get sick like us. He's abusing her! He's beating her! I'm gonna shoot his fucking face in! But later. What do these do? Pure chemicals, but why not drink it if thou needs to stay up? Not so sure about that. But I think I'm gonna go order some more food. Hello, thou have reached 4S food delivery. I'm sorry, we can't accept thy order right now. Thou already have a delivery logged in our system. Due to unexpected demand, we have been forced to temporarily limit the number of orders that can be placed per day. If thou would like to place an order, please try calling again at another time. Thanks. Oh, okay, I guess I'll go fuck myself. Hello? I'm listening, human. Speak. Are thou a member of some faith? Yes, human, but my faith is nothing like the lowly religions thou knows. I worship the Holy Sun itself, for she protects and loves us. But the imbeciles and the sheeple only see it as a threat. They think it'll incinerate us all. Bullshit. Its righteous anger is directed solely at the seeds of evil and heretics, for they are the true sinners. May those who dissent never find themselves beneath its scorching rays of salvation. They seek out the flames and are surprised when they find themselves burned. Thou heard right, human. FEMA are damned heretics. They interfere in the process of life beyond our control. The control of the regular people. They stick their noses where they don't belong. May the sun incinerate the beamless assholes who threw my mother into that puddle. Okay. I hope this all ends soon. What happened to what happened next? Back at thy house? After the man sat me down at the kitchen table, some huge guy came out from around the corner and blocked the exit. He started talking loudly with the guy who grabbed me before. They were acting like I wasn't even there. And then they started to touch me. First my arms, then my shoulders. And in the background, I heard cheers and laughter that seemed to come from my room. It sounded like there was a whole crowd of men in there. I couldn't breathe. My heart felt like it was about to explode out of my chest. I wanted to scream or call for help, but my voice was lost in a sea of panic. I couldn't even make a sound. I just sat there, frozen, useless, like a deer in headlights. But then the big guy went into the fridge to get something. I realized that was my chance. I sprinted for the exit. It was like the fear gave me strength. I just ran and ran. I ran and never looked back. Well, I did until my legs gave out and I collapsed. Why didn't the sun burn thou up? I don't remember. I must have spent the whole night just lying on the ground and then... That's odd. I could have sworn I remembered everything that happened to me that day. Hang on, thou doesn't think I might be a visitor? No, that can't be true. I remember my whole life. My childhood. My mom. My dad. No, I'm not a visitor, right? Right? Tell me I'm not a visitor. No, I think she just has trauma. That was not a visitor. Thanks. That makes me feel better. I need to lie down. My stomach is churning again. I think that's everyone. We go eepy now. There's a small group of FEMA employees standing at thy neighbor's house. I wonder what they're talking about. Maybe they're taking soil samples? Or looking for somewhere to set up base. Yeah, I'll get there in a minute. That has a sweet spot for people with trauma. Maybe I should try that. I do! The charred husks of the teenagers' bodies are lying on the ground. It looks like they've been there all day. 2 FEMA employees are standing next to the bodies and writing something down. It's a good thing they showed up to take the corpses away. I hate to think what kind of disease could spread if the decaying flesh were left to rot out there. I think it's less decaying and... yeah, I don't think it could rot. With this heat, anyway. I see a group of armed soldiers through the window. Apparently, it's a small squad that was sent here by the city to provide security. for the FEMA employees. Thou hears some fragments of information about the pale man with the bare torso. Maybe they went to track down that creepy visitor. I fucking hope so. Oh! It's him! Oh no! Howdy. What does thou want? Spacious house thou got thyself here. I like it. I don't need anything from thou. No, thou doesn't. So, thou alone? No, I'm not alone. It's your lucky day. I can hear someone whispering inside. But who knows if they'll be here in a few days. Oh, he's just gone like that. Okay. Hey, pal. Listen, I'm kinda knee-deep in shit right now. Mind if I sorta lay low here for a bit? He looks like a redneck. Redneck, yeah, hillbilly. What happened? Where do I even start? I'm a cabbie, right? So I was driving this passenger and then, well, thou knows how it goes. Turns out he wasn't who he said he was. Now he's not here, and neither is my car. What happened to that car? Those damn FEMA asshats jacked my ride. So I was driving this fare, right? But I noticed his teeth were too white. Way too white, thou knows. So I kinda snuck him over to FEMA, and they weren't exactly gonna let him skedaddle. At first they praised me like, oh, good job, citizen. Help us, help you. Yada, yada, yada. But then, jackasses dragged me away from the car. Turns out they wanted me in the slammer too. So I kinda just cracked one of them with a bottle, and I had stashed in my coat and legged it. I don't trust this guy at all. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If you let it go, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Guess we're letting him in. Ooh, thanks, pal. Just remember, don't trust them fuckers in yellow. Blink, and they'll snatch thou up. Okay. If someone dies, I'm killing him. So, we meet again. I remember when things were a bit different. Last time we crossed paths. Yet we remain alive. It's strange. I don't know how to explain it. I'd like to start our conversation with a divination. Tell my fortune by choosing a page in this book. Where should I open? Right in the middle. Who art thou? Me? I am I. You? You were home. Yes. A tragic story indeed. Is that what awaits us? It's quite possible. What does it mean? I need to think it through carefully. Dost thou have any insights to offer? Anyway, I only came here to tell thou something. Events will soon begin to unfold. Thou needst to be ready. It may sound strange, but the cat must enter. I cannot yet explain how, yet I am certain it will help thou. Thou can choose what to do with this information, of course. As for me, I think I'll go have a ponder on the deeper meaning of thy divination. Okay, well that was weird. I have never met that guy before. Do I get a cat? I have cat food. Smells like someone died tonight. I'm killing that guy! Good afternoon. Here's the news. FEMA has taken new measures to address the ongoing visitor invasion. As of now, they have organized quarantine zones and detained potentially dangerous suspects. FEMA has also identified a new visitor sign after experimenting with those detained. Blood red eyes. According to reports, FEMA has discovered this sign after observing detained visitors, noting that the creatures have increased photosensitivity, causing their eyes to become inflamed and red. That's all for now. Stay calm and don't leave the house during the day. Up next, a report on FEMA, but first a word from our sponsors. Once upon a time, two brothers lived near a dam. The daily splashing of water made the river foam like a crisp beverage on a summer day. Later in life, the image of their childhood in mind, the two brothers started Boba Brewery together. Since then, Boba Kearney has become one of the best-selling beers, both at home and in bars. Boba Kearney beer. Drink the good stuff. Drink a lot. Now available through 4 Rest food delivery. Call now on 799-289. FEMA. What is it, and why was it formed? The Federal Emergency Management Agency is a special government service that was formed to ease the emerging crisis. They're helping to address many of the problems caused by the visitors' invasion. It is not known for sure what exactly the agency is working on, but we can easily say with confidence that our fate is in reliable hands. The agency is made up of experts in fields including many distinguished scientists and noted researchers. If a FEMA employee appears at thy doorstep, we recommend thou cooperate with them and follow their instructions. Remember, help us, help thou. Support FEMA and join the fight against the visitors. Alright, cool. Who died? Well, I didn't like them anyway. I suppose I'll check this. Welcome. It's time for I Want to Believe, a program where we'll uncover the mysteries of the government and conspiracies. Oh, mysteries and government conspiracies. Today, we'll be discussing the truth about the visitors with a special guest, a doctor of science and respected employee of... Wait, what? He's not coming? How did they steal all of his documents? There were mountains of information in there. Damn it. I knew we wouldn't be allowed to reveal the truth. The government is hiding things. Hey, neighbor. Thanks for calling. Honestly, I'm still shaken up by all this. The murders, the soldiers, FEMA. They even showed up at my door last night. Asked about the people staying here, scribbled something on a tablet, and then one of them took a look at my house. Good thing they didn't take thy daughter. No way in hell I'm ever letting that happen. Over my dead body. If those bastards so much as lay a finger on her, I'll tear them apart. Where'd they take thy tenant? Hell if I know. They said it was for tests. I thought all these soldiers and government officials would fix things. Should have known better than to think they'd help us, or get us to a safe place. What is FEMA? I don't know. Nobody really knows much about them. They came out of nowhere, acting like they've got everything under control. But how do they even spot the signs when they're all just normal human traits? Feels like they're not telling us the whole truth. Take care. Never thought we'd end up living through interesting times. The sun, the visitors, and now FEMA. So many questions. Not a single damn answer. Neighbor, I need to ask something of thou. If something happens to me, promise me I will look after my daughter. I promise, but don't say shit like that. We're gonna get through this together. You hear me? We'll get through this together, buddy. Thanks, neighbor. I knew I could count on thou. Alright, I gotta go. Stay strong. We'll get through this together! Don't be shy, man. Go on, ask. I need to check, though. It's awfully suspicious that someone dies after this guy shows up, and he's the only one that I let in. Hey man, don't take this the wrong way, but listen, I'm not saying no, just, you'll see for yourself. Show me them teeth. Teeth are just teeth, you know? Nothing special. Ugh. Okay. My folks used to tell me my smile was the first thing people'd see. First impressions and all that. Oh, I'm not done yet. Don't let me see them hands. Damn, they look normal. They're just normal hands, man. I figure if I didn't smoke, I'd have packed my fingers bloody from the nerves by now. I need to see thine eyes. Bruh, he has none of the symptoms. He's got none of the symptoms. All right, hang on. I want to try something real quick. +1 energy. +1 energy. Okay, so one of them is the thing, and I think what's happened here, if it's not this guy, who I really want to shoot, I think it's one of the others, and they waited for me to accept someone else so that they could mask their tracks, which makes it hard because I took 2 people in. If only there was a little warmth. Any ideas on what to do about thy temperature? I don't believe I can change this. Hot bath only burns me. I don't feel any warmer. Thou knows, I thought of a metaphor. Picture deep space, vast and frozen. Galaxies are born, stars collapse, and I just observe. I never feel the heat of the sun or the warmth of an embrace. It seems neither space nor society need me. I'm listening, human. Speak. Well, the sun's burned up. A lot of people somehow. Thou art right. All seeds of evil, human. The Holy Sun decided to punish them. All for the sins of 1,000 years. And the visitors, those shadow-mad blasphemers, have begun to reach out for the sun. But the sun is not for them. No, not for the claws of filthy subterranean dwellers, but for us, for humans. It belongs to us. It's a blessing unto mankind, and praise fucking be. Are thou saying the end of the world is justice enacted by the sun? The end for who? For us? Ha! Don't make me laugh. The sun is on our side. It's our savior. Can't thou see that? It's trying to drive the visitors back underground. It's punishing the vile blasphemers for the accumulated sins of humanity. It reveals the heretics in their piss-stained tatters, hiding shamefully behind deceitful masks. We must give thanks to the sun, not wail like suckling babes about the end of the world. This is only the beginning for all foes of the mighty sun. Death to the dirt dwellers, death to the shit-stained heretics, death to the seeds of evil. Damn, what would I give for some French fries? Yeah, I don't like this guy. He's so sus. Let me see them eyes. I use them to absorb all the benefits of righteous beams, transferring them into energy. Yeah, I'm gonna stop with the voices right now. I'm too tired for that. I get all of my energy through my eyes. Ugh. I think he's suffering from liver failure. Have thou seen the righteous power of the sun in my eyes? If not, thou art blind. Try gazing at me, into the sun longer, like me. Okay. Hey, girly. I need to test thou. Show me them eyes. My soul burned out long ago, and maybe that's why I'm so cold. Nah, damn it, her eyes are fine. Narrow pupils? Probably because the cold has tightened my skin. Shame the sun still burns me like everyone else. At least my flesh was warm, as it... at least my flesh was warm as it charred. God damn it. I'll get to that in a second. No! My neighbor's house, which he had just painted white, is now charred blacker than black. It seems like the fire is still blazing, even now. Could someone have burnt it down on purpose? What happened to thy neighbor's family? Is anyone still alive? Worried thoughts swirl in thy head, and thou art overcome with a feeling of incomprehension and helplessness. I'm very upset by that. The creepy pale man is standing on the street, smiling. He's holding someone's decapitated head in a helmet. It's the head of the soldier, his face frozen in a terrified grimace. Thou art not sure what scared him more, the pale visitor or his own impending death. Oh no. What happened to the soldiers? I'm gonna see a pile of, corpses. The entire squad of soldiers that arrived yesterday is dead. Looks like they were massacred out there. Bodies are scattered across the whole street, and one of them is missing its head. Did the pale... Yeah, we've established that they definitely did. But I would like to thank thee all so much for watching. I hope thou enjoyed this energetic but brief stream. If thou did, go watch my latest YouTube videos. And if thou feels like throwing money at me, also please do. I won't say no. There will be more to come. Thanks for sticking around. Farewell for now, my darlings.